Hi guys, Doug Dillard here. This is going to be a quick tutorial on the basics of how to print DTF transfers with your Freejet TX or TX Plus printer. I have the Plus, but I switched my inks to DuPont, but I've heard from other Plus owners that they say they can print DTF transfers with Gamma ink. So all we really need to get started is a Freejet printer, a heat press, which probably everybody has here since you're watching this video, and then we need some film transfers. I'm using size A3 as it fits almost perfectly on the adult platen. We'll also need some adhesive powder and then some sort of tray to apply it. I'm just using an aluminum roast pan, so transfer sheets have plenty of room to move around. And that's all we really need to get started. And for just a visual reference, here's a picture of my TX Plus. It's pretty, I know. My adhesive powder and pan, and then here's a package of the film transfers I got. So in this video, I want to show you all the steps it takes to create a DTF transfer. The process is super simple. The hardest part for everyone is going to be getting the rip settings correct, as they are way different than printing on a t-shirt. And just so you know, I am definitely not an expert in any way whatsoever on the rip. I just keep playing around and testing different settings and listening to what other people are doing, and things are slowly starting to work better. So I'm pretty sure the settings I show you today in the rip can definitely be improved upon, but it's a good place to start if you don't know much about DTF. As for what I'm printing today, I went to iStock Photo and I searched for the term colorful graphics, and this font image caught my eye as it has lots of colors. So that's what I'm going to print today. Alright, so let's get started by popping over to the RIP software. Today I'm going to be using double passes of both the white and color layers to keep percentages down low, to avoid putting down too much ink and having it run all over the place. Alright, let's start by going over to the environment, and we shall pick the dark media. Sounds good to start with. Then shoot over the image, and then we're going to do a choke. Click OK. And then for the underbase, let's go with something light to start. Since we're doing two passes, I think we'll just go with 40. And then highlight, let's just go with 0. Pop over to color strength. Again, we're doing two passes, so we'll go with light. Let's go with 40 again here. And then just for fun, let's give it a 5% color boost. I think that's it for that stuff. And then pop over, let's center the graphic. And here's probably the most important part. Make sure that you mirror your image. I've done this wrong a couple times and just a waste of ink. And then we got to choose the port. Need to pick my printer. And then this is important too. So we need to choose, we're going to print color first. So switch this to color first instead of white like regular DTG. And then go up to properties. I'm just going to select 2 inches from the top here just because it's a pretty small image on a big thing. So I just want more room to slide the powder back and forth, but that's just for this image. Then up to device options. Now we're going to do 2 passes of each color. So for the white underbase, we just slide down here. For the count, we're just going to pick 2. And then for the color, we're going to pick 2. And so it's going to print 2 color layers, and then it's going to print 2 white layers. And we should be good to go. Then we go down and we're just going to push OK here. Let's go OK again. And I think that's about it. I think we should go ahead and give it a print. Okay, so here's the film on the platen. I'm going to adjust the height, and then I'm going to start printing. It's going to get boring. It's just going to print 4 times, so I'm going to try to speed it along. Just so you know, too, I'm narrating this after I made the video, and it would have been fine probably with just 1 color pass and 1 white pass, and I think it would have transferred just beautifully. But this is actually going to give it some more vivid colors, and it turns out good at the end here. So I'm going to play a little music while this is going on, and then I'll go back to the narration again as soon as it is done printing. All right, now that we're done printing, we need to put adhesive powder onto the ink. So you want to carefully pull the sheet off the platen and then bring it over to whatever pan that you have. And I'm just going to lay it in this aluminum roast pan that I have. And then I have the powder in an old cereal bowl. You need to sprinkle it across the width of your sheet and then grab both sides, and you're just literally just going to roll the powder back and forth, making sure to cover every single bit of the ink. It sticks totally fine, so just a couple times you should be good. And then you just hold it up in the air, and you're just going to shake it pretty aggressively so the powder falls off. And then just to make sure the powder's off, tap it with your fingers around the, up and down the sheet, and you'll be good to go. All right, now it's time to cure the adhesive to the ink. We're going to put it onto our heat press, and then we're going to hover it for 2 minutes, about 325 degrees. You want to make sure not to touch the top platen to the film, or you're going to make a giant mess. It's going to get all sticky and a major butt to clean. I've done it once, and I don't want to do it again. So let's speed this thing along here. Do a little fast video magic. Make 2 minutes seem faster than it is. Voila! It is done. It actually turned out really nice, I think, and it's ready to press. So I'm just going to press it on a cheap Gildan shirt. I think it's 90% cotton, 10% polyester. I think it cost me like $1.50 or something like that. Don't want to waste a good shirt. So I want to press it down, flatten it down, and then take any of the moisture out, just like if we were printing on DTG. So give us like 10 or 15 seconds here. And there we go. Nice flat surface to put our transfer on. We're just going to line this up in the center here. I'm going to put a cover sheet on, and then we're going to press it for 15 seconds at 325. I'm using a cover sheet especially because I don't have my Teflon cover on my heat press, so definitely want to put a cover on. Again, it's 15 seconds, medium to high pressure. And this is a cold peel transfer, so once we take it off, we're going to let it cool for a couple minutes. And then when it's cold to the touch, you can peel the transfer off. So I'm just going to sit out the side here for a second. A little more video magic. And we are back, ready to go. So you're just going to peel it, kind of roll it one corner to the other, nice and slow. And there we go. And then we're going to give it a second press to really seal it in. And it gives it a better feel when you do it a second time. Just put a cover sheet back on and then give it a little press for 10 to 15 seconds. And this is pretty much the video. The shirt's going to pop up here in a second. If you like it, I would appreciate that you give me a like. This is like my first video on YouTube here. And hopefully I can make some more. And then I have links to if you need to get sheets or you need to get powder or anything like that. I'll put some links in the description below. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, if you're on our Facebook, on the OmniPrint Facebook group, feel free to message me. And good luck. Happy DTFing and DTGing. Thanks.